My daughter Codi was still living here at home as a college student when we started Highway. And a lot of times I'd be making our practice mashes on the stove in a big crawfish pot. And Codi would have to give a little help, sometimes not willingly, but she'd help.
It would take up the entire stove, so I was always frustrated about that, and he would kind of interrupt me from what I was doing, whether it would be studying or about to go hang out with friends, or even on the middle of a phone call, he'd be like, "Hey, Code, can you stop right quick?
Can you stir it? Can you add corn? Add the hemp. Oh, turn the temperature down to low. Stir it. Oh." And so at some point, so she was learning the process without realizing she was learning the process.
I never thought to myself that I would be doing this. You know, you go through those rebellious stages when you're younger and you're like, oh, whatever my parents are doing, I don't want to have anything to do with that.
I think any college student that's 18, 19 years old and their parents are trying to get them to help do something has a little pushback. And I think that when they pass whatever that magical age is after graduation, and you've lived on your own for a couple of years, you understand what your parents were trying to get you to do, all those lessons at home. And so that it was kind of like coming full circle when she came back in the fold. Ben and I were running a bar together as a side business and decided that we wanted to start making a vodka. Saw a lot of vodkas that we did not appreciate the experience from, so thought we could do something better and different. Eventually, at some point, Ben took a trip out to California to visit with a friend of his that owned a dispensary, and came up with the idea to do something that was cannabis-based, because that's what they were doing in California. 2015, we had a run that was ready to go here at the house, so we came back to the barn, started sampling our run, and decided that it was good enough that we could sell it. And so the next day I went online and set up a company, and we had Highway Distillery LLC set up. I had a horse barn. It's 2 stories, all concrete, steel building, and decided I did not want to deal with horses anymore one day. Just woke up and said, I'm over horses. So we started moving all that stuff out, cleaned it up. I managed my family's construction business, so that part was pretty quick. You know, put in some walls, redid the floors, insulation everywhere, air conditioning where it needed to be, ventilation improved, and now we've got a distillery. So a lot of folks think that we add hemp as an afterthought, or that it's infused with hemp, and that's not the case. We use hemp from the very beginning, which is why when it goes into distilling, you get a smoother flavor, and you get less of the congeners and those things that give you sort of the headaches and those negative thoughts that people have of vodkas.
I think it's so awesome and crazy to me that we are the first Texas-based hemp-based vodka. Like, to be in this space and be one of the first people to do it is really cool. The hemp oil with the vodka, it just makes the viscosity is so different from any other vodka. It's a smooth drink. A lot of people say it drinks like a wine, it's so smooth. So I think that's what makes Highway special and unique. So let's see, I graduated in 2017, and my dad kind of took me and was like, hey, you know, I actually need some help with the construction company. Can you help me there? And I was like, all right, sure. So I come over from bartending, learning about construction, which is a completely different field. And from that, my dad and I kind of started our professional relationship together. And from then, you know, when he started looking for someone to manage the distillery, he came to me and was like, you know, hey, is this something that you would, you know, want to do? And I've always loved vodka. I've always loved drinking. So I was like, you know, that might not be a bad idea. I'm here every day, 8 a.m., and then I'm straight to it, making a mash, and then, you know, making sure that we have vodka ready. I'll go back there, I'll filter a batch that I did the day before. I'll make sure that, you know, inventory is counted, orders are going out. I mean, it's the list goes on and on.
I have found it to be a wonderful experience. It was wonderful watching Codi grow up, obviously. But then to have to work with her, or to have the opportunity to work with her, has been great, because now I see that, like I said, all of my lessons are starting to come into play.
Working with my dad is very interesting. Every day is different. It's like having my best friend at work with me at all times.